Hello! It's been a long time since I've done a speaking video, so I'm going to try and rattle through this as quickly as I can. I apologize in advance if it gets a bit tedious at times. I just wanted to do a quick flip through of my Inktober book. I've never participated in Inktober before, but for anyone who isn't aware of what it is, it's just one of these internet challenges that's been going on for years and years, where artists challenge themselves to draw for every day in October and to basically just improve their skill by practicing on a regular basis and forcing themselves to practice. So in the spirit of Inktober, I drew every day. I did not always complete a piece every day, but I did complete 31 pieces of art. And I bound them all in this book, which I made ahead of time to force myself to do 31 pieces. I'm just going to flip through it. But before I do that, I just want to talk about the book a bit. It's a hardback book. I covered it with this really lovely fabric that I found, quite autumnal, beautiful little mushrooms and acorns and autumny colors. I have used these little fabric leaves to stick throughout the book so that it just looks like it is positively bursting with autumnal goodness. I decorated the cover with the leaves as well. The spine has some lace, the edges have some lace, and that's to disguise the fact that I bound it a bit crooked. As you can see, all of the pages, I have crocheted the edges. It is a squashy, soft, lovely book to hold. It's very durable, it's not delicate. And on the spine, I've just got this beautiful little bee charm. He's got quite an iridescent, like oil slick iridescent bum bead and a pink bead here, and it looked like it kind of went together. Really happy with this charm, that I found it a good home. So yeah, I'm not an expert at bookbinding. I dabble. This is the largest I've made so far. If you've followed me in any capacity over the last, I don't know, 5 years, you'll know that I tend to bind miniature books. I'm very, very good at binding tiny books. The larger the book gets, the more difficult it becomes and cumbersome and crooked. But I learned a lot making this book. So just going to start the flip through, I guess. I used brown craft paper for all of the pages. I used some mica sprays, they're like metallic ink sprays, and some flat ink sprays as well to make all of the pages unique and give them a bit of texture, because really I wanted the pictures throughout the book to be the focus. And the leaves are kind of on every other page. You can see the leaves. I've made them also metallic and not glossy, but sparkly. They look moist, or almost like there's a frost on them, which is, you know, appropriate for this time of year. This ink is a cool metallic red, and you can see all the cool metallic speckles everywhere. But that's not the cool part of the book, is it? That's just the intro, and obviously it was supposed to be October, but I went over by a week to complete everything because I was busy and I was running late and I have children. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about every single drawing as I go through because that would take forever. If you'd like to see these drawings more clearly, I've got them all uploaded on my Instagram. I'll link that below if anybody is interested. I used photo corners to secure all of them so that they can still pop out. I distressed the edges so that they blended a bit better. You can see my crocheted page edges a bit better here. I used some jewels to highlight the corners on the pages. And I think that's pretty much all the talking I need to do for the construction of the book. This is a merbat. She has her bum sticking out. I love little bums sticking out. This is a random ghost. I don't know what I was doing. Most of these drawings I literally just sat down and let it flow. I have been playing a lot of Hollow Knight recently, so I definitely have seen that influenced in my drawings throughout October. But having said that, I absolutely adore invertebrates, so that's always a common theme in my drawings regardless. Some of these leaves might need a bit more glue. Not terribly happy with this one. It seemed to be just an exercise in drawing mushrooms, really. This one I will talk about because it's one of my favorites. This is Bun Bun. My eldest daughter has a stuffed Bun Bun. It has no feet. It's just a lovey with a head and arms and kind of a handkerchief body. And so I draw Bun Bun from time to time. I also love the Velveteen Rabbit, that story. It brings me to tears every time I read it, no matter how old I get. And yes, both my daughters love bunny rabbits. They're special to me. I draw them a lot. And this is how Bun Bun came out on the day I drew her, which I can't even remember which day it was. A lot of these drawings, I would do like 5 at a time though, and I'd cycle through them. That's how I do most of my art. I will do several things at a time and I just cycle through as I get ideas. I find that's how I get the most out of my time. I draw these little guys quite a lot too. I call them stag boos. In my mind, they are not ghosts, but they're like little nature spirits, and they have like deer antlers because why not? And this is my first time trying to draw like a poofed dandelion. And I was pretty happy how it came out. I mean, ink is not my best medium for sure, but I like to try different things, and it's just so permanent, you know? It's very intimidating, so I just like challenging myself, I guess. It was very important for me in this drawing to include bubbles to imply that he's not dead. He's just hanging out in a corked jar, which is unfortunate, but I guess it was important to me that he wasn't dead, like a pickled dragon. This is, call them impractical seahorses. Often they'll have butterfly wings. I've been drawing those for years and years as well. This picture was supposed to be all about the slug, which you barely notice, or at least I barely notice, because everything else ended up kind of taking center stage, like the little cute bee with the giant eyes. Of course, you gotta look at the giant eyes before you see the cute little slug and his sweet little face down there. But hey, it's a bee. I really like this one. I think he's got quite a soulful little face. This, I think that was supposed to be like a really fancy pollywog, kind of a frog mermaid crossover and an anglerfish, because I had this space to fill. And what fits in that space better than an anglerfish? Right? Right. This is, I think, quite possibly my first attempt to ever draw crystals. I'm not very good at it. But hey, there's a first time for everything. I know some people who are much better at it, and I will definitely be referencing their work from now on when I'm trying to draw crystals. This picture came about because I wanted to draw a bug with bunny slippers, and I did. Look, they're bunny slippers. And look at his little teddy. And the bunny slippers and his little chins. Oh my goodness. I want him as a toy, stuffed toy. It's another bug, and it's a wizard, and there are many mushrooms. And look at, he's got cute little toes. I decided I wanted to draw a dryad. I really enjoy drawing trees and tree branches, and what better combination than combining them with a woman, right? I guess. I quite liked making her mossy shawl and her mossy hair. I thought that was a good exercise in experimenting with texture. And just black and white micron pens. Hooray! This is Eulogy. She's the dead fairy. I draw her very often. Usually she's got a combination of bony parts and fleshy parts, always a skull for a head though. I've been drawing her for years and years in all different forms. And more stag boos, little nature spirits, but they're playing in a cemetery. These are not indeed their graves, however. More bugs, more crystals, more mushrooms. Oh my goodness, and a tooth! I don't even know where that came from. Someone had a bad day. This is my favorite drawing in the whole series. I call it my menstruation hut. The reason why it's my favorite drawing is because I'm really happy with how it came out. I want to live here. It just looks so peaceful to me. And I'm really, really bad at drawing houses or any type of architecture. I'm really just awful at it. And it was a challenge for me. And I surprised myself in the end. I'm really pleased with how it came out. Obviously, it doesn't look very structurally sound, but it's, there it is. This had more teeth, but they didn't work out so well. I like drawing ice cream cones with faces. This one also has a lot of eyes and eyelashes, so it's like a hairy ice cream cone. Super not appetizing. Oh, I really like this little guy too. He's just a sleepy little dragon. When I drew it and I looked at it, I realized that it would lend itself well to 3D printing. I was really hoping that my friend, who is an amazing 3D printing, 3D modeling designer, I was really hoping that he would pick it up and be inspired to model it, and indeed he was. So his own version of it will be coming out soonish whenever he finishes it, and I'm really excited to hold this in my hand as a model. And obviously I'll paint it, and I mean half this channel, more than half this channel is about 3D print painting, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this translates into a little figurine. This is, I don't know, Victorian eyeball lady. It's just a ghost, a voluptuous ghost. Like I said, I like to draw little butts on things, and I keep trying to draw butts and they end up looking like boobs, and had a laugh about it with my friend, and then I decide to just deliberately make boobs instead of a butt, and she looks fairly proportionate, I guess. I don't know. More stag boos, more flowers and randomness. Sheep. People seem to really like this drawing, and I'll be honest with you, it's like one of my least favorite. I don't understand why people like it so much. But hey, everybody has their own opinions, and I'm glad that it has been received favorably, because I seriously was considering putting it in the trash. Come back in focus, little guy. There he is. This is a little bat. He's gonna have a picnic. He's got some bugs in his basket, some juice, some flowers. perhaps romancing another bat. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. I just wanted to make a rotund little cute face thing. This is a Cthulhu type little guy with an egg, and it just makes me think about kiwi birds. Have you ever seen a kiwi bird in, like, next to the egg that it lays? It takes up so much of their body space when it's inside of them that they can't, like, eat in their final stages of pregnancy, I guess, before they lay it. It's insane. I mean, if you it's like, I guess, if you were reincarnated as a kiwi bird, you were probably a female one anyway. You're probably a really bad thing in your last life. It seems like just an awful way to reproduce. And this is the very last page, and it's just kind of a gateway to Christmas. Now that Halloween's over, we can focus on, I guess, the Christmas side of things, even though the Christmas pies and bullshit has been out since, so I don't know, July. And we've still got, you know, Thanksgiving to get through, but this is Scotland, so there's no Thanksgiving. Anywho, gateway to Christmas, end of book. I just stuck this cool sticker in the back, and that's it. That's everything. That's my Inktober collection, and I don't know if I'll ever do this again. I'm really glad it's over, and yeah, now it's out of my system and I can move on to something else. So thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, you're a real trooper. Bye.